Hello guys, and welcome to a tutorial on Bitcoin mining. I'm here with another guy.
I'm Ed.
You're not gonna say hello?
What do you want me to say? How you doing?
Hello! Okay, so we're gonna go over how to mine Bitcoins, which is probably the most unprofitable unless you have a lot of money to spend in it right away.
You can make quite a bit of money in Bitcoins. Basically what we're going to cover with you is what Bitcoins are, what other currencies there are, how to make money with Bitcoins or any other currency.
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrencies is what they are. And if you think you don't have the possibility of getting into it and making a little money, it's still possible to do that. You have to do it in a different way.
So
at least it should be possible. It's kind of a gamble like on a stock market, because if you don't do the right ones, you won't make money. But all it takes is that one other currency that starts getting an increase, and if it increases double, then you already made twice as much with your hardware than you could have with Bitcoins.
So pretty much what we mean as unless you have a lot of money to put into Bitcoins, it's not profitable. Is you use GPU and CPU. CPU is very outdated, so it's not worth even trying. But GPU is good for starting in another cryptocurrency, but you want ASIC for Bitcoins, which we will go over in a future video. All you need to know is that they're in right now, and they're not as expensive as a new graphics card, which is nowhere near as good as an ASIC is.
Yeah. So
pretty much to start out, you need a wallet, which is pretty much a digital wallet to store digital money. You can use Bitcoin QT, which this guy is using. Ed,
it takes a whole lot of time to download the files, though.
It's 9 gigs.
Yeah, it gives you all the history from basically the beginning of Bitcoins to now. Is all that data is stored in that when you download it, and it updates and syncs to your system. That way, your system knows if somebody tries passing off a counterfeit, data for a Bitcoin.
The one I use is Multibit, which is it's pretty much focused on being fast and easy, and it synchronizes almost instantly. But it
doesn't store the information on your file or your system.
It also does not have as much security, privacy, and stability as Bitcoin, which was the original one. And there's Armory, which adds more options to Bitcoin QT, and there's Electrum, which we should probably check out someday because
I haven't checked it.
It's just not. I read it. It didn't sound good. It's focused on speed and simplicity, which isn't always the best. Like being simple. Now these are mobile wallets. Bitcoin Wallet seems to be the only one that doesn't have the "be careful" warning because they're web wallets. These you kind of want to stay away from, and so are these web wallets, because if their server gets hacked or their website shuts down, you can not recover any of the Bitcoins that you've lost.
Even if their hard drive just crashes.
You lost
the data
it all.
Where your Bitcoin file was stored is corrupted in any way, it's gone.
And you can't do anything about it. You can't sue them, even if it says right here. That's why you have to click OK, I understand. Now, you can click this one and download and wait a day and a half.
It took me on a 1.2 megabyte connection about 9 hours to download the whole thing.
So you'll be doing that for a while, so you might want to pause the video, and YouTube will probably be like, you need to restart the webpage.
You don't need to have it completely updated
in the beginning
to start earning, though. It's just it's going to want to do it, and it's going to take a day to do it. You can go out there and start earning long before your wallet's updated.
Yeah. The wallet pretty much just lets you store the money so it's not on the web page and you risk losing it. Now, Multibit is what we're going to use. So to download it, you visit the website and you download the Windows installer, which is only 11.7 megabytes. It's compatible with Windows 2000 through Windows 8, 32, and 64, and we're running on Windows 7 Ultimate 64-bit. So I already have it here. Just gonna minimize these. Actually, this can stay up. Now here's your wallet. It's pretty much it's a digital wallet that stores your digital Bitcoins.
It's basically tells you when somebody sends you a Bitcoin, they're literally or Bitcoins or any part of the currency, because a whole Bitcoin you're not going to spend in most currencies, especially if you're doing Bitcoins, because a Bitcoin is worth roughly $100.
at the moment. It's been up to 200, I'm sure 300, and down as far as like 50 before. In the beginning,
Well,
it was a
actually,
couple
in the beginning,
cents.
It wasn't even cents. It was like 1/100th of a cent.
Yeah, just like the other cryptocurrencies we will show you next time.
But it's basically it sends you a file, and that file contains all the information to that amount of that currency. It tells every bit of data that was required to make that amount of currency what it is. So it's very hard for anything to counterfeit it. It's from what they say, it's near impossible. Now, given enough time, they'll figure something out to pirate it. There's always a way around everything, but you're talking years down the road. This is that secure and that fresh right now. It's a completely different technology. There are ways to hack it so that you can, download more currency than other people, and they're fighting against that. And if you have good enough security and the way you're doing it, it can't happen. So continue and go.
Okay, so pretty much like he was talking about, it sends it over in information, which is what data miners do, or Bitcoin miners, or any other cryptocurrency miners do. It sends a file to their computer, and they do a mathematical equation, which gets harder and harder over time. The more people that mine, or the faster they mine, the harder it gets. And it pretty much just verifies all the files that it sends over. So this is the address that we were going to be needing. This is the only thing you really need out of the wallet for now, until you actually start putting money into it. And you can click this to copy it, or just Control-C over it. Now you're going to want to join a pool. We're going to show you Slush's pool, because that's the one we both use, because it seems to be the most stable.
It seems to be the most standard one. Most people use it.
The program we will show you mining defaults to it, so I'm assuming it's run by them or something. But you click this sign up here button in the top right hand corner, and you put your username, your email, your required password, and your password again, and you just check this.
Basically sets up your account. This is a system that's designed to be anonymous. You do not, at most places, the most they'll ask for is your email address.
They don't ask for your home address because they don't need it, because they're not sending it to you on PayPal or something.
This is basically a system that's designed so that you can stay private. What you're doing is up to you. It keeps a lot of people out of your pocket.
Banks and stuff.
Yeah.
So the fees,
you lose. You pay some fees on here, but it's nowhere compared to any other fees you pay for any kind of currency you make.
Every pool seems to charge 1%, which is not like nothing. But as you can see here, this is a login screen.
All right, this is your login screen. If you don't know how to put username and password in there, you need to watch somebody else's video to learn that, because we're not going to cover something that basic. So go ahead and log yourself in, and we're going to cut scene basically so we don't have to blur it out. This is where you wind up after you log in, and obviously you can see here we've already done some mining, so there's some values in there.
And everything's set up.
Yeah.
So
once you set up your account, you're going to paste that key right there in there, and that's going to link it to your wallet. Every time they send you a payment, that's the address. That's basically why they don't need your email address. Some of the places do ask for it. You can set up a bogus email for it, a free mail somewhere, and use that. They don't require any kind of authentication.
This one does. When you sign up for the pool, it requires your authentication, so you're not making accounts and like spamming the website with them.
Yeah, but it's not the same kind of authentication.
That's true.
It's not like PayPal where they have to get into your bank account. This is all done in a digital fashion. Deciding to whether do your Bitcoins or any of the other currencies, you can do this completely anonymously. You don't have to worry about, is somebody else going to be able to see where I'm getting my money and what I'm spending my money on. And this is definitely the way to do it.
So before he goes on with more, I just want to go over how to continue, so when I'm setting it up he can talk. This is the send threshold, so when you're confirmed reward, which is just how many bitcoins you've made. I have mine to 0.01. So every time I get a penny, it'll send me. Well, not
it's
about
a
a
bit
penny.
penny.
It's about a penny.
It's 100th of a. It's about $1 actually.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, sure. Okay. So, anyways, and then ignore Namecoin. Down here, this will still be blurred because it's blurred, and you want your login and your password for mining. Now, before he continues again, we need to download a program called GUI Miner, and then all you do is just run an exe. It's pretty simple, and you go to
You gotta make
slush.
sure you put your username and password in there.
Yeah, right. This is your username. This is your password, and you have to make sure you're in the right pool. So we are slush pool. Now there's quite a bit of pools. You can solo, which you have to set up your own server, I believe, for which it has solo utilities. But this is a beginner one, so we're gonna ditch this in a few videos or in the next video. We're not really sure. Now device. If you have ASIC, you want to pick the ASIC here. I only have a 430, which is abysmal when it comes to this, and just leave CPU affinity on 1, no extra flags, and let's start mining and see how good this thing is.
Wow, we're gonna go fast now.
Whoa, speed. Now we're getting 17.5,
which is abysmal.
Terrible. So we're gonna stop mining, and I'm gonna calculate that really quick and let my buddy here start talking again.
What do you want me to talk about this thing?
I don't know what you were talking about, you know. So at this rate, we'll make 4 cents a day.
Ooh, we're rich.
And in a year, we'll make 12 whole whopping dollars.
Now, mind you, back when Bitcoin first started, you would have probably made about the same amount a day, but you would have gotten a whole lot of coins to make that amount. And anybody who started back then is currently sitting on a ton of money.
Because in the beginning, 3 bitcoins might have been worth a cent, and now 1 bitcoin is worth $98.79. Now, earlier today, it was worth $100.76, and also the lowest it's been today is $94.00.
So it fluctuates. It's continuously fluctuating. So if you're gonna do this and you go to buy something online, just make sure you're getting the current rate, or you know, if it's at a high point of the day, wait until it comes down a little if you want to save some money. Every little bit helps.
Every little bit does help. But in next video, we're going to show you how to pretty much guarantee the max profit without bit mining, because it takes forever. If you would just have a standard computer like me, I use mine for gaming and it's pretty good. Gets high graphics on everything,
It's
and
not
it
a
only
high-end gaming,
not high end at all.
but it does the job.
It's
Mine's
still
about twice as good, and well, a little bit better than that. I'm getting about 49.
So pretty much 50
I mean, you know, mega hashes per second. So I'm definitely doing better than he is, but it's not. It's still crap.
That's like terrible.
We're gonna show you in the next video how to basically increase your ability to make some more money if you want to do bitcoins. We're also gonna start talking about other currencies around the end of the next video.
Okay. See you guys next time.